Ever wondered how Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can be interpreted through music and lyrics? Let's begin our journey with the first tenet of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. This principle is all about understanding what is within our control and what is not. We have the power to control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but external events and the actions of others are beyond our reach. So how does this principle translate into music? Picture a steady, grounding rhythm. This rhythm, this unwavering beat, symbolizes our focus on internal control. Just like a drummer maintains a consistent rhythm amidst the chaos of a symphony, we too can maintain our internal peace by focusing on what we can control. But what does it mean to focus on what we can control? It's about taking responsibility for our own actions, reactions, and attitudes. It's about not letting external events dictate our happiness or peace of mind. It's about realizing that we cannot control the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it. In the same way, a steady rhythm in music holds its ground amidst the cacophony of other instruments. It doesn't get lost in the chaos, it doesn't try to control the other sounds, it simply keeps its own beat. And just like this rhythm, we too can maintain our integrity and peace by not getting swept away in the turbulent sea of external circumstances. This dichotomy of control is not about passive acceptance of everything that happens to us. It's about active engagement with our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's about choosing our reaction, choosing our attitude, choosing our path, regardless of what is going on around us. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed by circumstances beyond your control, remember the steady rhythm. Remember the dichotomy of control. Remember that you have the power to maintain your inner peace, your steady rhythm amidst the chaos. Just as a steady rhythm can maintain its integrity amidst a chaotic ensemble, so too can we maintain our inner peace by focusing on what we can control. Now let's delve into the second tenet of Stoicism, mindfulness. In the grand symphony of Stoicism, mindfulness is the intricate melody that dances through the steady rhythm of control. It's a concept that has its roots deeply embedded in the philosophy, encouraging us to be present, attentive, and non-judgmental of our thoughts and sensations. Imagine a melody, intricate and complex, weaving its way through a piece of music. Each note is a moment, a thought, a sensation. Each one is unique, deserving of our attention and acceptance. This is mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in each moment, fully aware and fully accepting of our thoughts and sensations without judgment. In Stoicism, mindfulness is not merely an abstract concept. It's a practical technique, a skill to be cultivated. It invites us to step out of the vortex of past regrets and future anxieties and to immerse ourselves in the here and now. It's about noticing the subtle changes in the melody of our thoughts and feelings and accepting them as they are, without trying to change or judge them. Mindfulness, in a Stoic sense, is not about achieving a state of eternal calm or unshakable peace. Instead, it's about observing, understanding, and accepting the ebb and flow of our internal seas, the rise and fall of our thoughts and emotions. It's about embracing the full spectrum of our human experience, unfiltered and unjudged. So how does this melody of mindfulness weave its way through the music of our lives? By being present in each moment, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without getting swept away in them. We can notice the sensations in our bodies, the thoughts in our minds, and the feelings in our hearts, and accept them as they are, without trying to suppress or change them. This practice of mindfulness allows us to navigate the sometimes tumultuous seas of our minds with grace and equanimity. It helps us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that can weather any storm. As the melody weaves its way through the music, we too can navigate our lives with attentive awareness, embracing each moment as it comes. Finally, we arrive at the third tenet of Stoicism, the pursuit of virtue. Stoicism, a philosophy of personal ethics, places virtue as the ultimate aspiration. Virtue, as defined by Stoicism, is the embodiment of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's the compass guiding us through life's stormy seas, the beacon illuminating our path, the melody that harmonizes our existence. Imagine a series of harmonies ascending towards a resolution. Each note is essential, contributing to the whole, yet it's the progression, the journey upwards that truly matters. This is a powerful symbol for the Stoic pursuit of virtue, a quest that is aspirational and continually evolving. Wisdom, the first virtue, is not just about knowledge, it's about discernment, understanding the nature of things and making informed ethical decisions. It's the ability to navigate life's complexities with grace and insight. Courage, the second virtue, isn't just about bravery in the face of danger. It's about resilience, the strength to endure adversity, to stand firm in our convictions, and to act in accordance with our values even when it's challenging. Justice, the third virtue, goes beyond fairness or legality. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness, treating others with respect and kindness, and contributing to the well-being of society. It's about understanding that our actions have consequences and that we all have a role in shaping the world around us. Temperance, the final virtue, is about balance and self-restraint. It's about knowing when to act and when to refrain, about managing our desires and emotions, and maintaining a sense of equilibrium amidst life's ups and downs. The pursuit of these virtues is a lifelong endeavor. It's not a destination, but a journey that demands constant learning, growth, and self-improvement. In the Stoics' view, the pursuit of virtue is the highest form of human activity, the surest path to a life of fulfillment and tranquility. Just as a harmony ascends towards a resolution, we too can strive towards the highest ideals of virtue. Now that we've explored each tenet, let's look at how they interact and reinforce each other. In the realm of Stoicism, the principles of control, mindfulness, and virtue do not exist in isolation. Instead, they form an intricate web of interdependence, each one enhancing and being enhanced by the others. It's akin to a finely tuned orchestra, where each instrument contributes to the symphony, creating a harmonious balance. Consider the principle of control. By focusing on what is within our power, our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we create a steady, grounding rhythm. This rhythm, in turn, paves the way for the practice of mindfulness. With a firm grasp on our internal world, we are better equipped to turn our attention outward, observing and accepting the present moment without judgment. This attentive journey through the present is akin to the intricate melodic lines that weave through a piece of music, creating a rich tapestry of sound. But it doesn't stop there. The practice of mindfulness, in turn, fosters the pursuit of virtue. As we become more aware of our thoughts and actions, we can strive to align them with the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Like an ascending series of harmonies, this pursuit elevates us, signifying the aspirational and evolving nature of striving for ethical excellence. This is a progressive reinforcement, a sequence that underscores the developmental nature of Stoic practice. But it's not a linear journey, it's cyclical. Control leads to mindfulness, mindfulness fosters virtue, and virtue, in turn, fortifies our control. Each principle is both a starting point and a destination, an ongoing cycle of growth and development. So you see, these principles are not isolated concepts, but parts of a larger whole. Just as a symphony is not a collection of random notes, but a carefully composed piece of music, so too is the Stoic philosophy not a collection of disconnected ideas, but a unified approach to life. Just as a symphony is created by the harmony of different elements, so too is the Stoic philosophy a symphony of control, mindfulness, and virtue. But what happens when one of these principles is neglected? Consider the dichotomy of control, the practice of mindfulness, or the pursuit of virtue being left out of the equation. Each principle is a pillar supporting the structure of Stoic philosophy, and when one crumbles, the entire structure risks collapse. Let's look at the triad of principles as a harmony in music. If we remove one note from a triad, the harmony is disrupted and the music loses its balance. Similarly, when one principle of Stoicism is neglected, it disrupts the balance and harmony of our ethical practice. For instance, without control, we become susceptible to the chaos of external factors, losing our grounding rhythm in life. Without mindfulness, we lose the intricate melodies that guide us through the present, rendering us unable to navigate our thoughts and sensations without judgment. Without virtue, we lose our ascending harmonies, our aspiration for ethical excellence. Moreover, the absence of one principle can negatively reinforce the absence of others, creating a bottleneck effect. This is akin to a negative feedback loop in systems theory, where the lack of one element exacerbates the absence of others, leading to a decline in the system's overall functionality. In the context of Stoicism, this means that the lack of one principle can impede the entire practice. Furthermore, if we neglect any principle, we set ourselves on a divergent path away from Stoic ideals. This divergence can be likened to a melody drifting away from its original key, losing its cohesive sound and direction. Therefore, it is vital to maintain a balanced approach to Stoic practice, nurturing each principle with equal attention and effort. Just as in music, where every note has its place and purpose, every principle in Stoicism plays an essential role in shaping our ethical framework. Just as a single note can disrupt a melody, the absence of one Stoic principle can disrupt our ethical framework. So, what have we learned about Stoicism and its musical interpretation? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy brimming with timeless wisdom, offers a unique lens through which we can view our lives. By exploring its three foundational principles, control, mindfulness, and virtue, we've discovered a symphony of insights that resonates profoundly with our modern existence. Firstly, the dichotomy of control, represented musically by a steady rhythm, reminds us to focus our energies on what we can influence, our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It encourages us to let go of external events and the actions of others, embodying the serenity and resilience of a grounding rhythm amidst the tumult of life's uncertainties. Next, the practice of mindfulness, illustrated through intricate melodic lines, nudges us to live in the present. It invites us to observe and accept our thoughts and sensations without judgment, to experience the richness of the current moment, rather than being lost in the past or anxious about the future. Lastly, the pursuit of virtue, symbolized by an ascending series of harmonies, encourages us to strive for ethical excellence. This ultimate goal in Stoicism, comprising wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, signifies the aspirational and evolving nature of our journey towards moral refinement. These principles do not exist in silos. They are like notes in a melody, each enhancing and being enhanced by the others, creating a harmonious balance. The interdependence and reinforcement among control, mindfulness, and virtue underscore the developmental and comprehensive nature of Stoic practice. Nevertheless, the absence of any principle can disrupt this harmony, leading to an imbalance, a negative feedback loop, or even a divergent path away from Stoic ideals. This underscores the importance of each principle in maintaining a stable ethical framework and the fragility of the balance within Stoic philosophy. Just as a melody can evoke emotion and provoke thought, so too can Stoicism guide us towards a more mindful, virtuous, and controlled life. Like a beautiful piece of music, Stoicism invites us to dance to the rhythm of life, to be present in the moment, and to strive for virtue. Just as music can evoke emotion and provoke thought, so too can Stoicism guide us towards a more mindful, virtuous, and controlled life.